of the Big 12 regular season championship. And here we go. Baylor with a lot of new faces this year, including Jordan Lewis, who started her career at Alabama, where they depended on her to be a scorer. Smith and Jones, ordinary names, but extraordinary players.
No question. I think that is going to be a tough matchup for Ashley Jones inside. And Alyssa Smith, if she gets 2 feet in the paint, it is money.
Maddie Frederick getting her first career start. Number 23, she is a redshirt junior starting on senior night. And rebound taken down by Queen Egbo. And head coach Nikki Collins says it's going to be important, especially to see Egbo's energy early.
Yeah, there's been a big difference in Baylor's win-loss record and Queen Egbo's production and energy level.
Lewis penetrates into the paint. Nice dish over to Egbo, of whom we just spoke.
Nikki Collins talked to us about Jordan Lewis, and she said when she is aggressive early, we are a much better team. That is a good sign for Baylor.
And Jordan Lewis is able to open up a lot of space on the floor. This Baylor team. Ashley Jones trying to get it inside, and here they are on the run, but the ball thrown away by Lewis. And Baylor is a team that had a lot of turnovers early in the season, kind of back except for the last couple of games.
Yeah, the last couple of games, they have really struggled taking care of the basketball. 17 turnovers averaged in those last 2. The previous 3, only 7. So giving themselves an opportunity offensively to get a shot is important.
Ashley Jones took it away from Egbo and then scored.
Ashley Jones is just relentless. I mean, she is a player who just continues to come at you, plays so hard on the floor. Does so many things for this Iowa State team.
Leading them in just about every major category. Asbury, another new face this year, the junior from Oklahoma State, where she played 3 years. Last year averaged a career high in points per game. And a big block by Egbo, who gives a little look over to Emily Ryan, the very talented point guard for Iowa State. And now the fans recognizing Maddie Frederick, who got to start on senior night, as she heads to the bench. Jones stepping back and scoring over Smith.
Well, Ashley Jones has such perimeter skills. I mean, her ability to stretch the floor, to play off the bounce, to create space.
It's a tough guard on the other end, and Donarski on Smith that time. First foul on Lexi Donarski, sophomore from La Crosse, Wisconsin, unanimous Big 12 Freshman of the Year last year. But we get a look now at Melissa Smith at the free throw line. She gets there a lot, almost 6 times per game on average.
Well, that's what great scorers do. You know, they find the way to get easy buckets. She gets active on the offensive glass. She gets herself to the foul line. It's really just a tough one-on-one cover. And you look at her numbers right here, first 3 seasons compared to this season, increase in 3-point field goal percentage. Nikki Collins has been a great addition to Melissa Smith's game. Her ability now to see the versatility, what it would translate to at the next level, and continue to expand that game, that skill set.
And right now she was projected by ESPN to be the #1 overall pick in the WNBA draft. The Washington Mystics have that pick, in part because she has expanded her game so much. Here's Ryan with the miss. Rebound goes out of bounds and stays with the Cyclones. Beatrice Jordão, number 25 in white, in the game rather early, a 6'3" senior from Portugal, making her 3rd straight start, in fact. They need her size against Baylor. That one right through the wickets. Quick 3. Smith, look at that ability. Just got off the floor in a hurry and got high. And now over Ashley Jones. Oh my goodness, she really has expanded her offensive game.
And she has. She's 6'4", Pam, so she's got great size, and traditionally she has played back to the basket. And now a face-up game, her patience, her poise, understanding when to shoot that and when to attack.
Second straight time, Jordal has not been able to come up with the pass. Baylor really pushing things. Asbury thought about it. Donarski gets the rebound. And now Jones, little step back. Smith able to come up with the board. Iowa State quickly getting back in defense. Lewis hitting the baseline. Three is off the mark. Rebound taken down by Jordal. And then the three. This is what Iowa State's known for. Maggie Espen Miller-McGraw.
Pam, this is what Iowa State's been known for years, being able to shoot the three. Nikki Collins said, we know they're going to get threes. We can't allow transition threes. They got an easy one there. And on the other end, playing the screen and roll defense, the ability to score and get 2 feet in the paint for Baylor is critical.
And Queen Egbo, the senior from Houston, had a career-high 21 rebounds in their first matchup against Iowa State this year. And then Smith fouls Jones. That first matchup back in Waco, it was a relatively, I wouldn't say an easy win, but it was a comfortable win, certainly, for Baylor in that game. In part because Iowa State did not shoot the three well, only 7 of 27. Ashley Jones, an excellent free throw shooter at 87% on the season. Gets them both. Bickle draws contact and gets it. Caitlin Bickle is one of those Energizer bunnies off the bench for Baylor, has been her entire career.
She sure is, and she's just solid. She does a lot of things really well, and look at this, just getting around the post defender and finishing with contact. You know what I love that she brings? She brings energy. Yeah. So much energy coming off the bench, enthusiasm. Grit, physicality, the whole 9 yards, and she's a senior, but has already said that she is going to come back next year and use the COVID extra year of eligibility. Ryan guarded by Bickle, went right around her, and then a offensive foul as we had to break. Oh, look at this offensive rebound. She just elevates above the defender, gets her team an extra possession. You want to give me space? I'll knock down that shot. And Iowa State transition threes, that's what they do, Pam.
TriNet knows HR starts with people. We are an HR solutions company built on a foundation that empowers small and medium-sized businesses. And with our acquisition of Zenefits, we make this commitment stronger still with the best employee experience, the best HR support, and powered by the strongest payroll engine, all seamlessly integrated with an unrivaled technology experience to drive business success. This is the new HR.
We were on our way to work, stopped at a light when we got rear-ended. We called 3 different lawyers, and Jacob was the only one that called us back. Over the phone, he was very helpful, his staff very helpful, and really got on the ball really fast. I'm definitely happy with the service that I got from Jacob.
My name is Jacob Emron. I'm a real person, a real attorney, and I'd be honored to be your attorney.
Accident or injury, call Jacob Emrani. Call Jacob.
Welcome back. Baylor and Iowa State, 2 very good programs in the Big 12, but when you look head-to-head, regular season championships, tournament championships, well in favor of Baylor. 4 undefeated seasons when Kim Mulkey was their head coach. Iowa State, though, is 13 Big 12 wins this year, has already tied a program record, and a lot right here tonight. The winner clinches a share of the Big 12 championship. And if Baylor wins, they will be the #1 seed in the Big 12 tournament in Kansas City next week.
It was funny just listening to Bill Finley talk to his team at shoot-around. These are the games that you dream about playing, right? When you're a little kid and you're practicing and you dream about playing for championships in front of massive crowds, and that's exactly what they have here today, and he really wants them to embrace this moment.
And another three, this time from Naimir Dew. The Butler transfer. And just to clean things up, before the break, the foul was on Caitlin Bickle of Baylor. And now they're going to get Ashley Jones for a foul. Her first.
It's so hard to defend Iowa State. I mean, you have to be able to move when the ball moves. Good job of stretching the D by Dew. And then you see the foul. Looks like their feet just got tangled up right there.
And the fans have just looked at the replay on the video board here, hence the reaction. Lewis spots up for three, a little bit too strong. Smith knocks it out, but Donarski gathers. And her turn for a three. Sarah Andrews, number 24, a larger role this year. Smith, no hesitation. Rebound, ripped down by Espen Miller-McGraw. Missed some games at the beginning of the season, dealing with some stress reactions last year. And Ryan hit by Bickle. The fans here upset there was no foul. So is Bill Penley. Now Jones showing her versatility, able to bring it all the way up, working against Bickle. I predict she won't pass. Bottled up, got it off anyway.
Get you, clairvoyant.
And then Jones, hustling all the way, knocks it out of bounds.
Yeah, this is what we're going to see. I mean, this ball game is going to be up and down. Both teams want to get it out of the net. Both teams want to push in transition.
And it was Baylor actually more proficient from three the first time they played. Andrews has it tickle off the rim. And then quickly, nobody picked up Donarski. And nobody was there to rebound it except for Baylor. There's 4 Cyclones went back.
Look, there aren't going to be that many opportunities where Iowa State's wide open at the three-point line and they miss those shots.
Andrews. And working the baseline, contact, and that should be 2 on Donarski. A little slow getting up. Donarski 0 for 2 from 3. She is going to go over to the bench with 2 personals, also to kind of walk that off a little bit.
Well, one concern for Bill Finley was foul trouble. He said, we have to stay out of foul trouble. We've got to be able to keep our players on the floor. It's always an issue when these two teams meet for this Iowa State squad.
Smith takes steps. Nikki Collin in her first year, 3 years as a head coach at the Atlanta Dream in the WNBA, and a difficult act to follow in many ways, replacing Kim Mulkey.
Yeah, it sure is, and this is a completely different system offensively than what Baylor ran under Kim Mulkey.
Asbury forces the turnover. Smith in the open court with the finish.
Well, what a heads-up play by Sarah Andrews. She did not put the ball on the floor. She got the outlet, got the loose ball, threw it ahead to Melissa Smith.
You love that, don't you?
I do.
Minimize dribbling. 8 points already for Smith. Now Jones popping out. Just a little bit too strong, but the offensive rebound by Jordow keeps it alive. And then Smith blocks Jones on the other end.
And this is just a great run in transition. Good job getting the outlet pass. Sarah Andrews heads up play. Melissa Smith goes in for 2. I mean, again, Pam, when you think about the evolution of Melissa Smith's game and her ability to even finish that in traffic, she plays much more like a stretch four and perimeter player this season than she has at any other point in her career.
Numbers are up across the board for her offensively. Jones has a height advantage over Asbury and is able to get the shot off and draw a foul. Coming up at 9 Eastern, Baylor fans, just switch over to ESPN. You can see your men's team take on Texas in Austin. The game also available on the ESPN app. That was on Asbury, and Jones, who head coach Bill Fenley calls the most understated superstar in the country. And we talk about National Player of the Year candidates. This is a tremendous player. And if you look at her numbers, they stack up against
everybody.
Everybody. I was going to say everybody.
They really do. I mean, they stack up against everybody. She does so many things for this team, has done so much for this program. Really is very quiet, doesn't have a flashy game, but continues to get it done.
Turnover. Morgan Kane gets it over to Emily Ryan, who is third in the nation in assists. And she's able to take it off the bounce against Owens. Iowa State down 1.
And look at this hesitation behind the back. Emily Ryan is known as a facilitator. As conference play came along, she has become more of a scorer, and having that balance and understanding when to find everyone else and when to attack the paint just like that for herself has been something Bill Fenley has talked to her about this season.
And now Iowa State had an opportunity to take the lead for the first time in this game, but Jones was off the mark. Lewis goes back to listen to Coach Collin. I don't know how she can hear anything.
Yeah, well, time and score. I mean, this is the experience, the 6-year player in Jordan Lewis, understanding we want to get the last shot of this quarter.
Just a couple of tenths difference in the clocks. And yep, that is a foul out on the perimeter by Espen Miller-McGraw.
Trying to keep Jordan Lewis from going right, just puts those two hands on it.
Yeah, you're right with the experience of Jordan Lewis, but first year at Baylor, foul on Espen Miller-McGraw, though, puts Baylor in the bonus. Bickle, more of a defensive player, coming in. Also, you get Melissa Smith out so that you make sure she doesn't pick up her second foul. Lewis has played the most games in the history of the NCAA, which tells you how long she's been around, right? Calmly knocks them down. Two players go down at midcourt. Ryan puts it in to beat the buzzer.
Trophy a year ago is probably the least talked about of the three, and her numbers have been incredible, averaging a double-double. And as you mentioned, Pam, quite possibly the #1 pick in the WNBA draft.
Really diversifying her game, especially offensively, in Nikki Collins' new system. Ashley Jones got it tipped by Egbo. Now Jaden Owens, her little step back. Egbo working. Pulls it out of danger. And Smith way out on the perimeter. Shot clock into single digits. Terrific defense by Kane. And then the foul on Baylor.
Iowa State's activity level on the defensive end is really good. High hands, quick feet, doing a really good job of making Baylor uncomfortable. They have to defend from the inside out. They've got to find ways to protect the paint, and active hands is one way. Get some touches, get some deflections, make it difficult to see passing lanes.
Sarah Andrews called for the foul. You see Iowa State's second best three-point percentage in the entire country, just 2 of 9 so far in this game. Ashley Jones has not hit a three. She's usually proficient at that. Do cut off at the pass. Ryan gets it inside, and with 1 second left on the shot clock, Kane is fouled.
That was great patience offensively by Iowa State. They had a mismatch early on a switch that they didn't find, but on the backside found it on the switchback. This is a great pass, and that rotation by Sarah Andrews has to be quicker. But it's really difficult when the ball's in the middle of the floor. Those lane line drives, you can't prepare for those.
Kane gets them both. So Iowa State had nobody on the free throw line. All 4 were back, and for the first time tonight, the Cyclones are on top. Smith gave it up. Good defense by Jones. Egbo able to get inside, but misses. Rebound, Aubrey Jones, Ashley's younger sister. And there's 2 more coming.
There sure are.
Yep, Kelsey is going to come, and then the youngest sister, Bailey, we hear is in 8th grade and might be the best of them all, which is terrifying.
And you're already predicting that she's coming to Iowa State.
Yeah, it's a family
thing. It's a family thing. Yeah, a family affair.
Shot clock dying. Ryan noticing, puts it up. Boy, this has been a physical game. Eric Bruton, Lisa Jones, Felicia Grinter, our officials do call for the foul.
Pam, they're playing for a championship. It's going to be physical. It's going to be chippy.
And Sarah Andrews with 2 personals goes to the bench. Jamie Asbury comes back in. Another 3 is short by Asbury. But Melissa Smith working hard and finishing one-handed.
When you saw the scouting report defense, Aubrey Jones tried to get to that baseline because she knew Melissa Smith was coming, but just the ability to elevate over defenders, I mean, it really separates her. It's special.
And you see she's well on her way to another double-double. And the finish, not to be outdone. Ashley on the other side. They each have 10 points, Smith and Jones. A little bit too strong. Egbo fouls.
And Melissa Smith got the offensive rebound, and then coming back to that baseline side. Again, good body control and elevation. And then Ashley Jones, her ability to put the ball on the floor. And she's so crafty in the way that she finishes. She goes under bigger defenders. She uses her perimeter skills. Shoots pull-ups and step-backs over smaller defenders.
And just plays hard. Ashley Jones all the time. All-time leading scorer. Went over 1,000 rebounds in her last game. Here she is again. Good hustle by Egbo to keep it alive. Asbury challenging the bigs inside. And there's your star comparison.
We wouldn't expect anything less, right?
Those bodies hitting the deck. And Ashley Jones, though, with the 10 points, 0 for 6 from 3.
But one of the things that I love about Ashley Jones, she is struggling from 3, but she doesn't solely rely on that 3. You see her getting to the lane, getting some finishes inside, finding other ways to score the basketball.
Yeah, certainly doesn't let her affect her in other aspects of the game. Got good positioning on Egbo, who thought she got a block.
again, Ashley Jones does such a good job of getting position, goes under bigger defenders. It was a good block up top, but it looked like she got her some with the body.
Big Ten men's college basketball coming your way Thursday night on ESPN. Fresh off upsetting Purdue, it's Michigan State taking on number 23 Ohio State in Columbus. Coverage starts 7 Eastern, 6 Central. Thursday, you can also catch it on the app.
Everyone got upset in men's basketball
this weekend. Big weekend. Smith guarded by Dew. You can't defend a fadeaway like that, right?
No. And Dew has the length, right? She has the length to be able to do it. And Alyssa Smith that time goes off glass.
Jones guarded by Bickle on the switch.
Baylor continuing to switch. On-ball screens.
Dew got her defender in the air. Lewis blew by, but the miss by Dew. Inside. Smith this time from the other side of the basket.
That's her move, Pam. She loves to spin to that baseline, elevate, shoot that little fadeaway. She makes it look really easy. That's something that you got to put a lot of work into.
Silences the crowd, at least for now. Baylor back on top. Ryan picks up her dribble. Jordan left open and nails it.
That's scouting report defense right there. Jordan just knocks down a big shot.
Bickle gets it over into the corner. The three by Asbury. And that is the first three for Baylor tonight after they missed their first 6. Ashley Jones just a tad too strong.
Again, Baylor really fortunate. If you're going to switch that handoff right there, you have to switch up. You cannot get caught by the second screen, and there's Alyssa Smith showing that range.
Absolutely. She is using all that tool belt tonight.
Yes, she is.
Jones knocked away by Jaden Owens. Baylor up 4 as we take a timeout. Regular season share of the championship on the line. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Wendy's new Hot Honey Chicken Sandwich. Also available on a biscuit at breakfast at participating U.S. Wendy's. And by Duracell, power you can trust.
TriNet knows HR starts with people. We are an HR solutions company built on a foundation that empowers small and medium-sized businesses. And with our acquisition of Zenefits, we make this commitment stronger still with the best employee experience, the best HR support, and powered by the strongest payroll engine, all seamlessly integrated with an unrivaled technology experience to drive business success. This is the new HR.
Science has shown that the air inside your home could be dirtier than the air outside, but there are simple ways to protect yourself and your loved ones. Trust NextGen Air Heating and Plumbing to help. For only $88, get a tune-up and 28-point safety inspection, plus a high-efficiency air filter to keep your air clean and comfortable, all from fully licensed technicians. Because the only thing that matters more to us than your comfort is your safety. We're NextGen Air Heating and Plumbing, your handy neighbor.
NEXGEN, call 833-3NEXTGen.
Coming up at the E-Trade halftime report, we've got the third and final reveal from the tournament committee, the decision that's got our bracketologist Charlie Spoon going, now what now? He said it just like that, too. First of all, Andy Landers, Rebecca Lobo. Andy, what do you make of the first half that we've seen?
I love the offensive pace. Both teams are getting the shots that they want.
And I'm just enjoying watching Alyssa Smith, not only for her numbers, but her efficiency. She's getting it whenever she wants it.
You knew it would be a good battle between her and Ashley Jones. We've got that and much more coming up at the half. But for now, we get it back to Ames.
All right, thank you very much. And you're right, Rebecca Lobo. Melissa Smith is bringing it tonight.
Yeah, she sure is. And she's absolutely right in terms of her efficiency. She's getting the ball. She's getting it where she wants, when she wants, how she wants, and she is finishing.
7 of 9 from the floor. As you saw, the rest of her teammates just 5 of 18. That's 28%.
You can't guard that. You can't guard that.
Man.
I mean, you just can't. You know, she's a pro, Pam, and you watch the way that she moves, the way that she handles, her poise, her patience, how silky smooth it is.
6'4" senior from Converse, Texas. A 7-0 Baylor run, and then Smith came over and got a hand on the Kane shot. Bickle patiently waits for the defense to go by. Biggest lead of the night, and Bill Fenley is going to take a timeout. Bears with an 8-point advantage.
TriNet knows HR starts with people. We are an HR solutions company built on a foundation that empowers small and medium-sized businesses. And with our acquisition of Zenefits, we make this commitment stronger still with the best employee experience, the best HR support, and powered by the strongest payroll engine, all seamlessly integrated with an unrivaled technology experience to drive business success. This is the new HR.
Dirt in your ducts, germs in your air filter, impurities in your water. No matter how often you clean, there's some dirt you just can't get rid of on your own. NextGen Air Heating and Plumbing is here to help. From $88 tune-ups and safety inspections to whole house air and water filtration, we can add an extra layer of safety and comfort to your home. Call now and ask about our special offers. We're NextGen Air Heating and Plumbing, your handy neighbor.
NEXGEN, call 833-3NEXTGEN.
Melissa Smith has 18 already in this ball game, and she's doing it in a lot of different ways. She gets it on the block. If she gets 2 feet in the paint, that is a layup all day long. Running in transition, that is a strong finish in traffic. So she goes to the counter. You've seen the spin move. She goes to the counter. She shows her improved range. 8 for 10 from the floor. She makes it look really easy. And Pammy, think about her development and where she has been throughout her career and how she continues to get better. If you think about that next level for her and you see the first matchup compared to tonight, but if her ball handling improves, her perimeter game improves, you're looking at a player at 6'4" who could potentially play 4 positions on the floor.
Yeah, really remarkable now in her senior season. And the Naismith semifinalist for National Defensive Player of the Year as well today. So doing it on both ends of the floor. Meanwhile, Iowa State struggling. Bickle, blocking foul. First, second. Goes over and has to get an explanation. And Iowa State pulling all 4 players off of the free throw line as Espen Miller-McGraw heads to the free throw line where she's 9 for 9 this season. Final Super Tuesday coming your way on ESPN and the app. SEC, Kentucky and Ole Miss start you off at 7 Eastern. Then it's Purdue, Wisconsin, and Madison. And cap off your night over in the Pac-12. It's number 2 Arizona taking on USC. Coming up, Super Tuesday. That's right, the conference tournament's just around the corner. Bickle, why not? Left open, and she took it. Bickle this year averaging a career high in points per game, getting more minutes. She has 7 so far in this game, right around her season average. Advantage is 9. Iowa State just 9 points in this quarter. Espen Miller-McGraw gets it to Ryan, who's been pretty quiet in this game, and that was a fastball when they needed maybe a little change-up.
Yeah, there have been 3 passes that Emily Ryan's made to Beatrice Jordow she has not been able to handle. Ryan does have 3 assists tonight, and
Ashley Jones heading over to the bench. Jones with 12 points, but is 0 of 7 from 3.
Yeah, really has not shot the ball particularly well. Has done a really good job of getting to the foul line. 6 for 6 from the free throw line, but you would expect that she's going to catch fire.
Wow, Melissa Smith took that away from 2 Cyclones. Passing to the streaking Jordan Lewis, who drew a foul. That was a nice.
Did she even see Jordan Lewis? Are you kidding me?
And Jordan Lewis listed at 5'7", streaking down the left side of the lane.
I mean, that was a heck of a cut and a terrific pass.
Foul on Ryan. Sarah Andrews heading to the bench. Jordan Lewis graduated from Alabama in 2019 and got her MBA from there last year. A lot of degrees now in her final year of eligibility and bringing a spark to this Baylor team. And just like that, it is an 11-point lead for the Bears. Jones, after a very brief rest, comes back in for some offensive punch. Iowa State fans hope. Ryan gets it to her, but Bickle brings the double quickly. Ashley Jones with some creativity. Smith. The foul on a nice pass by Lewis.
I mean, Pam, if you're on the floor with Melissa Smith, all you have to do is throw it up and she's going to get it. And look, she slips out a little bit early of this screen and roll. The help side rotation is not there. I mean, what a benefit it is to any guard to have a player like that, and you just throw it somewhere in the vicinity and she's going to go get it.
Do you wish you had a Melissa Smith back in the day when you played?
No question. Doesn't everyone?
You might have a few more.
We had a few.
Gosh, she's just so well-rounded.
Yep. Just smooth, poised.
9 rebounds. 19 points in 19 minutes. Almost a double-double in this first half. Baylor has scored in the last 8 possessions. It's a 14-1 Bear run. Espinola called for the charge, drawn by Bickle, which is one of her specialties.
Well, this is a really good job of Bickle continuing to move her feet. You can see a little bit of a lowered shoulder in position.
This was a 1-point ball game heading into the second quarter. Lewis able to get up and under Emily Ryan.
Iowa State's going to get this last shot right here, but that is a teaching moment for every point guard in the country. Do not pick up your dribble. Continue to keep it alive. Get to the other side. Sometimes you have a dump. Oftentimes you have a finish.
Kane looking for Ashley Jones. Drives on Bickle. Drew another foul. That is 3 now on Bickle, and you mentioned that Baylor does not have a lot of depth this season.
Yeah, they really don't. And, you know, on these switches, you've got to try to beat somebody to the spot. And Ashley Jones just puts her head down and does such a good job continuing to be persistent to the rim.
If this was hockey, that would have been too many men on the ice. That was a premature visit by Aubrey Jones to try to get in the game.
They just do their shifts, right?
Yep. Now they can come in. And Ashley Jones really didn't want to come out of the game. She finally headed over to the bench. 5.2 seconds left. Here's Lewis. The three is off the mark by Owens, but Baylor outscoring Iowa State by 11 in that quarter. Would be her 20th double-double of the season, and Iowa State cannot win if they don't hit their threes, right? They're 2 of 12 tonight.
Yeah, this is what this team does. I mean, they are built to shoot the ball from the three-point line, and they've got to find a way to get those three-point shots. And I felt like right there, Emily Ryan passed up a layup.
Yeah, Emily Ryan, their very fine point guard tonight with 4 points. And the superstar on the other side is Ashley Jones. Now, Jones does have 14 points, but she missed 12 of her 15 shots, including all 7 threes.
Yeah, it's not been easy, but she's found a way to put points on the board by getting to the foul line. She's continued to be aggressive. But Andy Landers talked about it. You know, he said the Baylor defense in the second quarter was outstanding. They held Iowa State to 2 of 10 from the floor. They locked it up. They rebounded the basketball, out-rebounded Iowa State 13-5. Really owned it in the quarter court.
Iowa State has only made 8 field goals in this game. They have 8 turnovers. They feasted on the free throw line, hitting 11 of 12. Egbo with good defense, and that precipitates this turnover. Jordan Lewis is fast. And Lewis coming into this game really struggled in the last couple of games shooting the basketball. Just 8 points tonight.
Yeah, she had 24 the last time these two teams met, but you mentioned it, Pam. She has struggled offensively the last couple. Playing aggressive and confident tonight.
Jones still has not hit it, or actually the three off the mark, and then Baylor gets Egbo with the putback. She had 4 quick points in the first quarter, now picks up a couple of more, and Iowa State of the season has given up the first 4 points.
TriNet knows HR starts with people. We are an HR solutions company built on a foundation that empowers small and medium-sized businesses. And with our acquisition of Zenefits, we make this commitment stronger still with the best employee experience, the best HR support, and powered by the strongest payroll engine, all seamlessly integrated with an unrivaled technology experience to drive business success. This is the new HR.
Dirt, dust, pet hair, mold, and allergens. All these contaminants can build up in your ducts and heating system, and that could be a health hazard. Get a heating system tune-up and 28-point safety inspection for only $88 from NextGen Air Heating and Plumbing, your home comfort and safety experts. Peace of mind, safety, and comfort. That's what you get when you call NextGen Air Heating and Plumbing, your handy neighbor.
NEXGEN, call 833-3NEXTGen.
Bears have dominated in the Big 12. There you see 12 regular season, 11 tournament championships, 11 straight regular season championships. They win tonight. They'll clinch a tie for another one. They ran the table 4 times in the Big 12. Been to the Big 12 championship game 10 straight years, and they are in control. Boy, Melissa Smith and her team, that's the longest active streak, men's or women's, 11 straight seasons. And again, they win tonight, they'll make it a dozen.
They sure will. And surviving the transition. And you think about when this team started conference play 0-2. And lots of folks were counting them out. All right, and finding a way with a new crew, a new core, but the same Melissa Smith being able to find their way to this position where they could clinch a share of the title here tonight. But look defensively, I mean, she can just make up for so much ground. Does a good job of getting a hand on the ball.
Her 4th block of the night got Ashley Jones, who's going to continue to fight until the last buzzer. Drew a foul. And that is now 3 fouls on Egbo, so foul trouble could certainly affect Baylor. They only play 7 players. Jones 8 for 8 at the line tonight. So you get your Baylor women's fix here on ESPN2, and then the Baylor men coming up at 9 Eastern, 8 Central on ESPN. The defending champs taking on the Longhorns in Austin. The game also available on the app. And Ashley Jones showing that there are other ways to score 10 of her points from the line, and now these fans trying to exhort their team to get back in it. Smith.
She's already got a nose for the ball, and she tracks it. I mean, that is a skill to be able to track the shot, where it's going to come off, and then to go get it.
Another double-double tonight for Melissa Smith. Jones hits the deck, and if that's on Egbo, it's 4. It is, and it is. So Bickle has to come back in, but Caitlin Bickle has 3 personals.
Well, being disciplined defensively, and you can see Queen Egbo, they're going to call that. I mean, Ashley Jones is attempting to run down the floor and get position and just sticking the arm out, sticking the shoulder out. They're going to call that. That's a freedom of movement foul right there.
Drive short by Donarski, who has not scored tonight. That is a big problem for the Cyclones. Asbury guarded by Jones.
Got to get it into Smith. That's a mismatch down there.
Yep, guarded by Donarski. The 3 will work.
It will work. That will work.
Jordan Lewis hit 6 threes in the win against Iowa State back in Waco. That's her first 3 this evening and joins Smith in double figures. Another Iowa State turnover, and Alyssa Smith had it taken away by Jones. Jones working on Bickle, who has 3 fouls. Andrews, terrific pass inside to Bickle, count it.
A great push in transition, and Sarah Andrews has struggled shooting the basketball, made the right decision to get it inside to Bickle, and that's one thing that Nikki Collin was talking to us about. She said, you know what, our team is learning how to make the right play at the right time, whether it's the shot, whether it's the pass, and that's part of becoming more comfortable in a new system. It is a much more perimeter-oriented system than it's ever been at Baylor. The ball's in a lot of players' hands. Green light for a lot of different players, and really trying to figure out that rhythm, that flow, the timing, when and where and how each individual gets their actions.
Yes. A couple of transfers coming in to start. Sarah Andrews getting a lot more playing time. Alyssa Smith being given more freedom and taking great advantage of that. Jones still has not hit a 3. Smith beat her to the rebound. Lewis with the drive off glass. Smith again goes for the rebound and then knocked it off of an Iowa State player. What hustle.
Yeah, this is great hustle. Donarski's lucky she didn't get called for a foul right there, but look at just the play to be able to throw it off of Emily Ryan.
Andrews rims out. Here's Donarski. Averages almost 15 points a game. And that's her first points of the evening.
Look, the way that Iowa State shoots the 3, they're never out of a ball game. If you're Baylor, you don't want to allow them to get hot. But if you're Iowa State, you got to feel good when you see one go through the bottom of the net.
Lewis blocked by Jordan. Ashley Jones going to go right at Bickle. Nothing called, and then Andrews took it away. Andrews left open. 3 ball.
Well, her last few have looked really good. They've gone in and out. What an extra pass back and forth between Andrews and Jamie Asbury. Making the right play.
Andrews' first bucket of the game. She had missed her first 4 threes. Cordell was able to have the mismatch down there from Asbury.
Great recognition by Ashley Jones. Understanding there was a mismatch. Continuing to be patient and poised until she could deliver the pass.
Bickle got Jordan up in the air. A little bit of contact up underneath, but Bickle, continuing to be aggressive, now has 11.
Well, she's getting a lot of minutes because of Queen Egbo's foul trouble, and she is taking advantage of it.
Jordan, that was a sweet little move in the paint.
That sure was. Well, Bill Friendly praised his post players. He said that they would definitely be the best supporting cast. Early in the season, we talked to him before the Iowa matchup, and he said, you know what? I'm really worried about our post position. Yep. We have to do it by committee, and boy, have they stepped up to the challenge.
Yes, including Jordan, but Bickle now with 13 points. That ties her career high. Andrews gets it back after Asbury hustled to get the board. And Nikki Collin talked about all the new wrinkles, the new system, that it has to take teams and players a while to get used to it. And they seem to be gelling now. Jones got inside of Smith, who fouled her. So the NCAA came up with its final reveal of the season. We'll talk about it. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Wendy's new hot honey chicken sandwich. Also available on a biscuit at breakfast at participating U.S. Wendy's.
TriNet knows HR starts with people. We are an HR solutions company built on a foundation that empowers small and medium-sized businesses. And with our acquisition of Zenefits, we make this commitment stronger still with the best employee experience, the best HR support, and powered by the strongest payroll engine, all seamlessly integrated with an unrivaled technology experience to drive business success. This is the new HR.
As soon as my husband contacted Jacob and Ronnie and explained our situation, they told him to concentrate on taking care of me and they would take care of the rest, and that is exactly what Jacob and Ronnie did.
One call, one click, I'm here for you.
I gave Jacob's office a call, and it was one of the best decisions I ever made.
Call Jacob. It's the best thing you can do.
Best call I ever made in my life.
Accident or injury, call Jacob and Ronnie. Call Jacob.
As the dynasty fulfills its destiny.
Will this be their year?
Yes, we are on the cusp of championship week, and the top 16 revealed by the committee that we saw at halftime. And there you see Baylor as a 5 overall, Iowa State as a 6. So that means that Baylor is a number 2 seed, and Charlie Creen has them in the Wichita region. I'm surprised Indiana's still in there too, by the way.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a surprise. They've hit a slide. There's no question about it. They struggled when Mackenzie Holmes went out, and now she's back and haven't quite been able to find their rhythm yet.
So that Wichita region, according to Charlie, and boy, this would be mighty fun.
Yeah, it sure would be. Look at that. That is a tough region right there. Of course, Iowa's caught fire as of late, winning 4 in a row, and Baylor, Arizona, Louisville, that certainly is a tough region.
In order for Baylor to get a number 1 seed, winning tonight would not be enough. Charlie said they'd have to run the table and have Louisville go out early in the ACC tournament. And after what Louisville did to Notre Dame yesterday, boy, I don't think they're leaving early.
No, I don't think so. They're certainly a team that has found some offensive firepower, haven't they?
Yeah, another team that had to get some things figured out with Dana Evans graduating. So Iowa State, this dude just picked up the foul, is in the Bridgeport region where NC State, there you see the seeding. Yep. Maryland starting to play better. Ashley Owusu is back. Tennessee.
Yeah, I mean, that's a team that looks a lot different without Jordan Horston on the floor. There's no doubt about it. I think that they're an iffy one, too. But I would love to see an Iowa State-NC State matchup. Let the threes fly.
Yes. The threes have been flying tonight for Iowa State, but not falling. Just 3 of 15 from distance for the second-best three-point shooting team in the country. Bickle tipped out. Melissa Smith has not scored in this quarter, by the way. She has 16 rebounds, 7 of them in this quarter, 8 of them in this quarter. Ashley Jones called for the foul, her third. Bickle trying to pass out of the double team. Dew gets a nice round of applause for her hustle. A sophomore from Marshall, Minnesota. Freshman year at Butler. Before coming over to Ames. Oh, a terrific look, and Asbury buried it.
That was great execution. I mean, really good out of bounds underneath execution, timing, pass delivered on time, on target.
Her second three of the night. Bickle all over Jones. Konarski, no. And that could be 4 on Ashley Jones. And it is. Now Jones with 17 points tonight, but really struggling from the floor, including 0 of 8 from 3.
And that's one of those right there when you know you already have 3 fouls. You know that you got to be smart in that situation. Iowa State needs her on the floor.
And Baylor and Melissa Smith just continuing to pour it on.
She's really good at slipping out of these screens right here. And what a pass. Strong finish with contact. Pam, she makes it look really easy. It's certainly not. But this is just the strength, the body control to be able to stay on balance and finish that play with the contact.
That is Dew's third foul. And your last comment, you could have just stopped with at she's pretty good.
Right. Keep it simple.
Yeah, because she's pretty good.
Because she's pretty good.
22 points, 17 rebounds now for Smith. We're getting 16 rebounds in her last game. That's good work by Kane.
Yeah, really good work by Kane inside. And now Iowa State has to find other ways to get production.
And they need to stop that.
Yeah. Jordan Lewis has been terrific.
Yes.
I mean, her management of the game, pace in the half-court tempo, pushing in transition, understanding when to bring it back.
And finally shooting the ball well. She has 6 assists as well. So no Ashley Jones on the floor. A little different dynamic now for the Cyclones. Oh, 2 in a row for Kane. Shot clock is off. Wow. Jordan Lewis with the 3 to end the third quarter.
Are you kidding me? Jordan Lewis right now? Terrific. Don't go under the screen. She's taking offense to that. No.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is presented by LinkedIn. Whatever you're in it for, we are in it together. And in part by Phillips 66, proud sponsor of Big 12 basketball. This was a 1-point ball game heading into the second quarter. Baylor dominating, going for their 12th straight conference regular season championship. They'll clinch a tie tonight with the win. They're well on their way to that. Pam Ward along with Steph White and Alyssa Smith, 22 and 17. So 2 rebounds away from matching her career high in rebounding.
Oh, she's been terrific. And, you know, you mentioned that she hadn't scored much in the third quarter, but she was patient. She didn't force it. She still played within the system. And what did she do? She just went and got some rebounds.
Baylor outscoring Iowa State 50-25, doubling them up in the last 2 quarters. Last home game of the season for Iowa State. In the regular season, senior night, they will honor their seniors after this game. Asbury off the bounce.
We're used to seeing Jamie Asbury shoot it from the three-point line. That time gets to the rim.
He becomes the 4th Bear in double figures.
See Iowa State's largest deficit of the season, 34 points at Baylor. Now this is it's a tough matchup when you think about it for Iowa State. Just the interior play of Baylor, the rebounding advantage. They hung with them in the first quarter on the boards, but Baylor has dominated the glass since then, and Alyssa Smith, of course, has been dominant inside.
And they're also hitting their threes. Iowa State tonight second. They're second in the country, 39% for the season, only 3 of 17 from distance. That's 18%, and they shot poorly also in that first game, the other blowout, the one down in Waco that you just referenced.
Well, and that's the thing for Iowa State. You know, this is a team, similarly Ryan gets to, that is a three-point shooting team. And if you're Baylor, you don't want to trade 3s for 2s. But Iowa State has not been able to knock down those shots. Give Baylor defense a lot of credit. They have made them uncomfortable. They've been there on the catch.
That is a kick.
And Alyssa Smith has just been terrific. You look at her inside. She just goes to work again, elevating over Ashley Jones. You look at how much space she creates with that reverse pivot, with that reverse, and then she just elevates above you. And it's never fast. It's always under control.
Chance to shoot free throws, drawing another foul on Dew, who just picked up her 4th. And Alyssa Smith, the reigning Big 12 Player of the Week. I think the front runner for next week's Big 12 Player of the Week. Unanimous Player of the Year last year for Baylor, and their numbers are even bigger this season. This is a busy graphic. Hockey coming up Saturday on ESPN. Then you have North Carolina Duke. Saturday at 6 Eastern on ESPN. Actually, the hockey's on ABC. Then the Warriors-Lakers on ABC, followed by ESPN Plus with a UFC match. Check it all out. Coming up on a very busy Saturday. North Carolina Duke.
Which one are you watching?
Hockey.
The hockey?
Yeah.
North Carolina Duke. Coach K continues his farewell tour.
It wasn't much of a matchup the first time they played.
It was not. You're right. I'm going to be watching the Warriors and Lakers. Lakers are on the struggle bus.
You know what I'm going to be watching Saturday afternoon is Big Ten women's basketball. We're going to be covering the final on Sunday.
We sure are.
Getting into beautiful Indianapolis. That's going to be fun.
That tournament is going to be incredible. Are you kidding me? Iowa makes the run at the end of the season, beating Indiana twice, beating Michigan, beating Rutgers. Positions themselves for a share of the title. Ohio State, the #1 overall seed.
Yeah, Ohio State with that late run to take that #1.
Maryland always in the mix.
They won the tournament last year, remember?
I do.
Beating Iowa.
I do.
You know, Iowa State. Emily Ryan, boy, she's had a tough night.
Well, Iowa State as a whole has had a tough night, really shooting the basketball. I mean, just have not been able to get into an offensive rhythm.
With the win tonight, Baylor will clinch the #1 seed in the Big 12 tournament, which will be once again played in Kansas City. Both of these teams with one more regular season game to go. Jones, 19 points, but you see she's missed 15 shots. Andrews a little bit too high off the glass.
It's really been incredible, Pam, the sustained success that Baylor's been able to have. You know, first under Kim Mulkey, and now Nikki Collin continuing this run. A team that's had a lot of transition, that's found a way. And found a rhythm. I mean, they're playing really good basketball at the right time.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be playing them now. You see in that last play how quick Alyssa Smith went from under the basket to contest that shot on the perimeter? Yeah, her WNBA stock has skyrocketed. You can see why she's being projected as the possible #1 overall pick for Washington. Jones with the pick.
And I think what's scary, Pam, is that she's a great player right now. And I think her best basketball is ahead of her.
Yep.
You think about the development for the next level. Again, her handle, playing a little bit more of the perimeter position, continuing to add to her versatility. I mean, she's going to be a terrific pro for a long time.
Ryan finally gets a clear path to the basket. Still a 24-point deficit as we approach 6 minutes to go in Ames. Andrews, Bickle. That's it for Ashley Jones. Only the 4th time she's ever fouled out, and it's a possibility this will be her last, certainly regular season game here. She does have 1 year of eligibility left and is waiting to the end of the season to come up with a decision, and they love her at Hilton.
Well, certainly not the way that you want to go out on your senior day. She will go through the senior day celebration, have the conversation after the season, as you mentioned. But there's a lot of basketball to be played for Iowa State.
And the emotion from Jones. Ryan picked up a foul. And Ashley Jones, we've talked to her a couple times. To say understated, just calm, a woman of very few words, but the passion with which she plays, and it's showing now with the disappointment tonight.
Yeah, it certainly is. You know, the opportunity that this team and this program had to do something that hasn't been done in a very long time and win a share of a title.
And that's incredible. As many great scorers that have come through here, most points, program leader in points per game, and you see that's Coach Fenley's not so little boy anymore, Billy Fenley, making her laugh over there on the bench. Still some more basketball left to go, but certainly, as you mentioned, a very disappointing way to go out on senior night. Wow. And Lewis, you mentioned she's been playing college basketball a long time. She's got 20 tonight, but just the calmness.
Yeah.
And when everything was kind of helter-skelter for a while, she kept her cool and has continued to score.
Yeah, she's done a really good job of just managing the game flow. And she's facilitated when need be. She's knocked down shots. I mean, this is the first time, as you see that rebound right there, this is the first time that Jordan Lewis is playing for a championship.
Melissa Smith, coast to coast, and that rebound was her 20th of the game, a new career high, and she does it with style.
Pam, can we see a dunk before we leave here today? I mean, she just gets up there with such ease. She's at the rim every time.
It's the only thing she hasn't done. Definitely, that's a nice look. Ryan into Deuce. Sweet stuff from Emily Ryan, 3rd of the nation in assists per game. She won the Way Trophy last year.
Yep.
Has to be considered for National Player of the Year this year.
Yeah, there's no question.
She's up there.
I mean, she is up there. And you know, it has been a 3-player race most of the season. She has probably gotten the least amount of recognition.
I think she's opening some eyes tonight, as is Jordan Lewis.
But that's going to be a National Player of the Year debate continuing on as we head into postseason. I mean, there's no question about it. Now, there's more than one National Player of the Year award, but certainly when you think about what each player does for their team, for their program, doing some unprecedented things, as Donarski gets it too.
Yeah, because she won the Wade last year, and Paige Beckers. Some other awards for National Player of the Year. Donarski fouls Smith. But Melissa Smith, wow, career night for one of the best in the land.
TriNet knows HR starts with people. We are an HR solutions company built on a foundation that empowers small and medium-sized businesses. And with our acquisition of Zenefits, we make this commitment stronger still with the best employee experience, the best HR support, and powered by the strongest payroll engine, all seamlessly integrated with an unrivaled technology experience to drive business success. This is the new HR.
Science has shown that the air inside your home could be dirtier than the air outside, but there are simple ways to protect yourself and your loved ones. Trust NextGen Air Heating and Plumbing to help. For only $88, get a tune-up and 28-point safety inspection, plus a high-efficiency air filter to keep your air clean and comfortable, all from fully licensed technicians. Because the only thing that matters more to us than your comfort is your safety. We're NextGen Air Heating and Plumbing, your handy neighbor.
NEXGEN, call 833-3NEXTGen.
Hey, if you're a big Baylor Bear fan, got a little surprise for you. You're getting women's action right now. Also the men coming up in about 23 minutes from now over on ESPN. Kendall Brown, the number 3 Baylor Bears, taking on Texas. You can see that game on ESPN1. But for now, we finished with these Baylor Bears as they take on Iowa State.
And I'll tell you what, Al, the men, Baylor Bears, are going to have a hard time topping what the women have done tonight, yes, especially Melissa Smith. Chiney Wumake, we know her.
Yes, we do.
Melissa Smith now has joined her as the second player with 25 points and 20 rebounds in a top 10 game in the last 20 seasons.
That's incredible. I mean, it really is. And she's coming off of a career-high 33 against Kansas. 33 and 16.
Yeah, only 16.
Only 16 rebounds.
Pedestrian. Just a remarkable performance. Lewis blocked.
When you think about Big 12 rebounding, you think about Courtney Paris, who dominated the Big 12 in double-doubles in rebounding.
Lewis just picked up the foul. She has been tremendous. She and Melissa Smith have combined for 52 points. Almost as many as Iowa State has as a team. Donarski fouled by Andrews. If you're a Big 12 fan, Big 12 Now on ESPN Plus is a must every Thursday. Baylor men's and women's basketball teams go all access with Our Time. You can also watch previous episodes on ESPN Plus. Sign up today at espnplus.com/Big12 Now. Iowa State just 37% from the floor. The three-point shooting, not good. Egbo, she could be a bit expressive on the floor.
Well, she's been saddled with foul trouble the entire basketball game, and you know, Queen Egbo is a player who makes an impact with her scoring and rebounding in particular on the defensive end of the floor as well.
And speaking of rebounding, right, they've chewed them up in the second half.
Oh, they certainly have. I mean, they have just dominated the glass. Iowa State hung with them in that first quarter, and then Baylor has just owned it. And Bill Finley said, hey, listen, the key for us is going to be rebounding. We've got to be able to hang with them on the boards, and they have not been able to do that.
Yeah, minus 17 in that category for the game. Donarski beating Smith to the glass. Baylor won by 26 the first time they played. They were up 26 here as Egbo had one rim out. And Bill Finley has put Maddie Frederick, number 23 in white, back into the game, playing on senior day. Probably her last time on the floor here at Hilton. There is Maddie from Tippecanoe City, Ohio. Indiana's known for Tippecanoe, right?
That is right. Indiana's known for Tippecanoe County. Melissa Smith calling it a day. She's been terrific.
What a day it was. 28 points, 20 rebounds, 4 blocks. She only missed 4 of her 15 shots.
11 for 15 from the floor.
Wow.
Incredibly efficient.
And again, it's not like the old days with Melissa Smith. They're not in the paint. Not all of them.
No, and when they are, it's not drop step and put back as Queen Egbo gets another 2.
Egbo joins the double figure party, the 5th to be in double figures for Baylor. There she does it! Maddie Frederick with the 3. Ashley Jones among those on the bench who got up right away to cheer for Maddie, averaging under a point per game. Made her first career start, a great student athlete, making the Big 12 All-Academic team multiple times. And as we approached a minute to go, I think Baylor has opened up a lot of eyes. A lot of people perhaps have not seen them nationally, especially against a top opponent like Iowa State, and it's mighty impressive.
Well, it certainly is. And you know, you go back to, they lost 3 or 4 about midway through the season, lost to Michigan, lost the 2 first games of Big 12 play, and a lot of folks counting them out. And this team has transitioned in terms of their offensive flow and their offensive game into understanding what it is exactly that Nikki Collin wants. They assist, Pam. I mean, it's incredible the amount of made field goals that they assist on. No, nearly 60% on the season. They share the basketball. They have a flow. Certainly, Melissa Smith is the centerpiece of everything that they do, but a lot of new faces that didn't get a lot of playing time last year, and they're really starting to come together.
And Moon Urson, Dee Dee Richards, among those who left. Egbo with an emphatic block. Dejanay Carrington, right into the pros now. And a brand new coach with a very new system.
Yes, a completely different system.
Yeah. Konarski, well short. And replacing Kim Mulkey, who is really almost a larger-than-life figure, beloved down in Waco. And here comes this kid from the north, Waco.
Well, what do you think about, it's always going to be compared to Mulkey. Everything that happens is always going to be compared to Mulkey. And to be able to continue this tradition of winning Big 12 championships, I mean, this crew has really stepped up to the challenge, and a tough place to do it.
Yes, one of the loudest buildings I've ever been in. The Baylor Bears, their 12th straight Big 12 regular season title. They had clinched at least